Are you ready to find out what awaits you for the month of May? Now, more than that, we're going to be focusing on what is ideal for you in the month of May and what is not ideal for you in the month of May. We need to understand that life goes in cycles and it's not always the time to take action, to create, or to be by yourselves, okay? Everything has its time, and so it is important to know from your spirit guides, from your angels, is this ideal for this person? So they will let you know what actions will give you the best results and what actions could actually give you undesired results or undesired experiences in this moment. So let's look down to the 3 groups that we have over here. And not to worry, in a second I'll put a picture, like a clear picture of the 3 groups, okay? But here's group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. All 3 crystals are opals from Peru. Group 1, group 2, and group number 3. Now, do remember to let your body to choose for you, because when you allow your body to choose the right pile for you, you're letting your higher self choose for you, because your body and your higher self have a direct connection with each other. They have an open communication channel, okay? So what I recommend for you is to pass your finger over the screen and close your eyes, of course, and whenever you feel a tingle, whether it's on your finger or somewhere else on your body, that's when you stop, you open your eyes, and there's a message for you in that pile. Do remember, this is very useful because when we choose with our mind, we're choosing with our eyes as well, right? So we may choose our favorite number, our favorite color, and so don't let that ego side of you to be the one picking a message for you, because it will be picking the desired message and not necessarily what you are meant to be listening to right now. That said, I also realize that 95% of you are actually not following me yet. I mean, you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, so I will greatly appreciate if you do that now. That's a beautiful way of supporting my channel. Just giving a like, subscribing, because that inspires me to keep publishing every week a new pick a card, full of positive vibes as always. So thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in a couple seconds. Bye. Hi there, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. Now, are you ready to find out what is ideal for you in the month of May? What actions could get you maximum results this month? And what are the things that maybe shouldn't be your focus for this period of time? So let's hear what your angels have to say about this beautiful month that is May, that is a mix of the season of Taurus, but also we are entering Gemini as well in this month. So let's look at your card, and you got number 43, which is the beautiful womb. Now you can see this person, this woman, and there's 3 eggs on the bottom of her belly, because it is of course showing how this woman is capable of creating, okay? And this card is a reminder to connect with that part of ourselves, of that energy, which is also frequency 3, which is the Empress, which is creation, which is expanding. And because expansion and healing are two sides of the same coin, and that's what all this, like this energy is about. Because when you create, when you give birth, you're giving birth to something that only you could have imagined, only you could have created. It's something that does not exist in this world, and you create a project, you give birth to a project, you give birth to a baby, you give birth to an idea. And so healing, when we heal, is us being capable to embrace something new, like a new way of living life. So both side of this coin is like kind of adapting to a new way of living. And so this is the message for this card. Now also number 43 in this case, 4 plus 3 is the number 7. And number 7 is the frequency of creativity, divinity. And so I feel like this is very fitting. Now, I love how there's actually a dove next to, like, on top of this woman's shoulder, because I just feel like it really is reminding you that you're not alone. You have company, even if you cannot see your spirit guides or I'm feeling more than a spirit guide. I really feel like this is your guardian angel, the one that's with you from birth, because you need to understand that spirit guides, they do change throughout the time based on the period of time that you're in, while your guardian angel is the same throughout your life. It never leaves your side. And so it's just kind of a reminder that you have always someone watching over you. All right, so let's look at what your spirit guides think that you should be focusing on the month of May. Where lies the opportunities for you this month, okay? And then I'm also going to look at what you should not be doing this month. I mean, you do have free will, but they're already warning you that you won't get the benefit that you thought you would with these actions. And trust me, I came up with this because that's something I do as well. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was really thinking of, I want to take this course. And this course it's a long course. It's like a 10 months course, but I can take it at any point. And they told me, no, take it later. Take it in the month of May, because when I wanted to take it was in the month of April. And it's because April was a month for me to find my voice, was a month of me actually being isolated, was not a month for me to find the answers elsewhere. It was a month for me to find the answers within me. And so, and that's why then I pushed the start date of that course for me. And I listen to my spirit guides all the time, and I will really, if you start doing that, you'll realize that you really benefit from their advice. Okay, so you got in here the Chariot and the Three of Cups. Okay, these are the two energies so far. So right now, definitely for you, the month of May, it is a month of, taking action. The Chariot is always, I feel like, it reminds me of Moises, regardless if you are religious or not, It's just because this journey of this person who believed was happy, right? And he was happy with his, he was like also very wealthy, like he was in a place of power, he had a brother, and he was just like in a blissful life. And there was a piece of truth that he came to know, and that completely changed his world. And then for the first time, when he leaves Egypt, he leaves his home, he goes to try to like find that truth. But more than that, is that it's the first time that he's taking action. It's the first time that he's thinking for himself. And the Chariot really makes me think of that, of when you could be an adult, but you haven't actually been adulting lately, and finally there's something that you're like, I'm not going to abide to what my parents are saying, I'm not going to abide to what society wants me to do, because I'm ready to fight for what I believe in. I'm ready to take a stand and go somewhere. And I realize I have all the tools that I need to be able to get there. And so this is definitely you taking action, you moving on. This is the right time for the month of May. You know, there's some times that your angels will say, this is time to rest, or this is time to, I don't know, others. But in this case, yes, it is time actually to move. It is time to travel as well, if that's the case for you, if that's something that you have been postponing. May is a perfect time to be making that move as well, making those decisions. I also think that any decision that you make throughout this month, that, you know, an action that you take towards this like purpose, you will have success. And that's why you see like this bird like just flying, and I can't remember what's the name of this again. What's the, yeah, I can't remember what's the word to describe this, but this does describe Caesar crown. It's just, this describes success. Okay, and now there's on the other card, there's the same symbol over here. If you see here, you see it once again, something that actually this is not present on other decks for this specific energy. And in here with this Three of Cups, this is a time of celebrating. This is a time of, you know, celebrating with your friends, celebrating your success. So I do really believe that for the month of May, there will be success to celebrate. You will be achieving some milestones in May, as long as you continue taking the same action that you have so far, because they're saying you have all the tools that you need to make this happen. And also, if let's say other months were a time for you more to like stay at home, you know, keep to yourself, that's not the case with this Three of Cups, which I think really goes along with that Gemini energy of the month of May. You're meant to socialize much more than you used to. You're meant to celebrate and give yourself permission. Maybe also like you may have a lot of like weddings or birthdays during the month of May, and this is just telling you like you should be out there celebrating with them. And this Three of Cups as well, I think that also makes me feel like a type of way of when you have this type of friends, it's like you have the right type of friends, you have the right type of community. And if you have been more like a loner lately, just telling you that May will surprise you with the amount of events or opportunities of meeting new people or hanging out with people that you thought that were just acquaintances, and maybe you're gonna be able to develop like deeper connections and friendships with them. The Three of Cups is also talking about more than one options when it comes to connections. So this could also mean for some of you, you know, you go from dating no one to be able to be dating like two people at the same time. I mean, you do you. And yeah, okay. And then you have this Nine of Wands, also where your focus should be in, and you can see this bird that already has put up like 8 wands and is like putting that 9th one, and like it's just this bird is definitely working really hard. And it makes me think of like, you know, when birds are nesting and you only get to see the end result, and you're like, how the heck did the bird turn this into like a nest, you know? But it was a lot of work. And the thing is, I feel like this is a month for you to work hard and party hard. Like, it's work and fun, right? There's times it's just work, there's times that it's like just fun and relaxed. But in this case, I really feel like you're doing things very fast paced, you're being very efficient as well, you are not giving up. Doesn't mean that you're not tired, right? I do feel like in the beginning of the month you may be much more motivated, and by the end of the month you're like, when is this ending? Because you're like kind of tired. You're kind of tired by then. Sorry, there just was like a big noise, a loud noise. Maybe let me see if there's anything else they wanted me to say, and that's why they were trying to get my attention. I do feel like maybe by the end of the month, yeah, you will be a bit more tired, but you're not giving up, because each time you're getting closer and closer. I do think that it's not like you get to your goal in the month of May, but you achieve like milestones that you had in mind. That's, yeah, and I think that they really are telling you it is worth celebrating, because sometimes, like a YouTube channel, when it gets to 1,000 subscribers, you're like, but so many people have like millions. The heck, like, celebrate, because it is a milestone. So that's what they're telling you as well. Like, no matter how big or small your milestone is, do celebrate it for what it is, and do talk about it as well, because with the Three of Cups, it's sharing all your successes with others, and feeling like celebrating with others. There's a lot to share around with your friends, and I feel like also the month of May could be a month where your friends are like more in touch with you than usual. You could be doing a lot more activities together than usual, and you feel like you're getting closer with them. And I think that that's a beautiful support system, because you are working really hard in the month of May. I mean, if you work really hard, you will get those results. Okay, let me see if there's anything else as well for the month of May. Yeah, the Knight of Wands, it is the best time to be taking like that action. And with the Knight of Wands, it is definitely telling you, like, do remain positive and optimistic and excited, because as long as you are excited of whatever you're doing, as long as it's your passion, you are set, like, you are being authentic to who you are, and you're showing yourself like exactly like who you are, then things will go very well. Whenever there's like wands, and in this case the Knight of Wands, they're telling you to, like, don't think too much, right? Don't think too much, because it is very different from like let's say the earth energy, like the Knight of Coins, because that's like, you should go slow, you should think about, you should plan, you should strategize first. In your case, it's like, just go, 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 because the perfection is not needed in this case. You should tap on that confidence and that authenticity that is so like yours already, that passionate side that you have of yours, even like sensual side. Maybe your sensuality is like a factor here that is playing, so use that, and like, just don't think twice, don't stop yourself like doubting or planning ahead of time. This is not the case for you right now with all the ones and all this like action driven and success driven energy. This is not the time to be thinking of like how I'm doing this. And this makes me think as well, once again, of Moises, of like, he wasn't thinking of like, that used to be one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. And no, I'm not religious, but when I was a kid, I was like, why did he not think of like grabbing more food and water and things, maybe a change of clothes? He just left and didn't think twice. But because it was more important in that moment, the stand that he was making, that he was taking, because if he was thinking too much about it, maybe he would have allowed his parents, the pharaoh, his brother that he really loved, to convince him to do otherwise. They would have calmed him down and tried to rationalize, and then Moises would have maybe decided, I'm going to stay rather than leave. So I do think that there is definitely a reason why they're telling you, don't think twice, just jump, just keep doing, don't, just keep posting reels, just keep like doing this, because this will get you more results for you right now, for what you are doing, for what you are expecting. And okay, let's see if there are other angels messages. Well, actually, I'm going to start talking about what you should not be doing right now, and then I will go to your angels messages. Okay, so I'm gonna be using a different deck for this one. Let's see where you should not be putting your focus, your attention right now, your energy, because remember that everything is an investment, whether it's energy, time, or resources. So in this case, you got this Four of Cups. And see, like what you shouldn't be doing is just standing and feeling bad for yourself. Because with this Four of Cups, you got blended pleasure. And this is the thing. When this person is like, has like crossed arms, and he's really not being receptive to what life is bringing to him, and nothing is perfect enough. And so what that does as well, this could be good sometimes because this is like taking your time and not settling for anything that you do think that is not meant for you. But in this case is you not making a decision is a decision. Like you not making a choice is a choice. And also it's like I'm getting more like this feeling of when you wallow, when you think like, oh, you're feeling bad for yourself, you are too focused on like, why do I not feel happy? Why? And like there are times of introspection, like to like go inwards, but there are people that just stay in that whole thing of processing feelings and processing thoughts and being like, I don't feel happy, and before I do anything I need to feel at peace. It works, yes, but some people, they should stay stuck on that processing because that's their ego tricking them so they don't start like taking action. Because true action, that's how they actually, when we do things, we're actually also meditating. And so I feel like you could have this tendency of overthinking, over meditating, over going slow, and this is not the time for that. Trying to feel perfect before you do anything, they're telling you stop doing that, because that is actually stopping you from taking real action, and that's just your ego, and this is not the right time for you to be doing that. But let's say, like, come on, you have free will, but they're telling you this. Now, even more, they are confirming just what I said with this. I love the Hermit. I love the Hermit. For me, April was actually a time to be more the Hermit. And yeah, and so it is energy that I love, but they're telling you, for you in the month of May, that's not the case for you. You're not meant to be isolating yourself. You're not meant to be on your own. You're not meant to do all that introspection, because now it is time also to everything you have learned to put into like action. Right now, this is not the time to be by yourself, to be looking for your truth. Like, this is not the time of looking for answers, because even though there's movement in the Hermit, it's everything is inwards. And I just feel like right now you won't get the best results doing this. And once more, so I think that focusing maybe on meditating, focusing on like, what is bothering me right now, and until I find out, I'm not going to do anything. No, don't go that route. I really feel like right now that is perfect at some times in our lives. But right now it's more your ego playing tricks, because with the Hermit, if this is something that is not a path to walk, because the Hermit is such a good energy, I just think that your ego really is tricking you to a never-ending path of soul searching. I need to find myself type of thing. So they're telling you don't go that route. And they're telling you because maybe you're applying that to your job, you're applying that to your relationship, you're being like, I need to leave this connection, I'm not happy, and you're blaming them, and you're saying that you need to find yourself. So you have free will, but they're just telling you, don't use that as an excuse, don't go that route. Let's see if there's anything else they're telling you that this is not ideal for you. You know how I was saying they're giving you the Knight of Wands, and the opposite for me will be the Knight of Coins, because one is going like fast and being optimistic and maybe being more like wishy type of dreamer person, and the Knight of Coins is the one who's been too realistic, has too much structure, is planning too much ahead of time, which is very good. at the right time. And in this case, they're telling you, no, this is not something you have to do. It's completely of the opposite of what they told you to do. The Knight of Coins is someone who is really smart, but is too scared of taking action on anything that he's unsure if he will be able to succeed or not. So this type of person will not approach a woman or another man that he thinks that is going just to, like be like, no. Like, no, I can't give you my number. So this person sometimes may move too slow to the point that he misses his chance. So they're telling you this, like, don't move too slow because you may actually be missing your chance if you do that on the month of May. So if you were like looking to approach someone, you were looking to like get an interview, call in for a favor, but you were like, no, I need to like prepare the mood, set the mood, or I need to get in touch with my contact again and be friends before I ask for this favor. Don't do that because you might actually end up missing a great opportunity. And okay, let's see if there are any other messages for you, which I'm sure there are. Now, if you have made it to this part of the reading, group number 1, 95% of you are actually not subscribed to my channel, which is hurtful. So if you could subscribe right now, I will really appreciate it. Just give it a like, subscribe, and yeah, those are really nice ways of showing appreciation, and that keeps inspiring me and motivating me to keep creating really beautiful pick-a cards. Alrighty, so let's see where you can expect more change in your life. Okay, this is not even... These are not energies, so I'm just gonna set them on the side. Okay, Gemini, of course. I mean, that social side of yours is coming out. That social butterfly is coming out as well. There is Mars and the 4th house. So, okay, there's Aries, Gemini, and Cancer energy. So, I definitely feel like the strongest energy here is that Gemini energy, and because May, it's like Taurus energy in the beginning, and more at the end, you will be entering the Gemini season, which will make you feel more like you needing to develop friendships and relationship with others, because Geminis, they love to be at home, they love to be by themselves, but when they're out, they need to be surrounded by people, because they that's another way of getting to know themselves, just like Libra. Now Mars is all about taking action, okay? And the fourth house is all about your home and your house. And so this is Cancer energy. So just make sure that your environment is ideal for all the work that you have to do. With the 4th house, it's just reminding you of the importance of your home for you to get anything done, and also the importance of your home emotionally speaking as well, and how this could affect your day-to-day. So group number 1, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. This is your reading, and I'll see you on the next pick a card. Bye. Hi there, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. Let's find out what actions can bring you great results and what actions you should be avoiding right now, because it could actually bring you more of what you actually don't want in your life at this moment. Alrighty, so let's start with your reading, and let's start looking at the card that you selected intuitively. And so you got, of course, your crystal over here, the opal from Peru, and your card is You Are Sacred, number 44. And you can see this woman, just hugging herself, accepting herself, just like how she is, and you can really tell that she's feeling herself. She's not apologizing for who she is in this card. And You Are Sacred, it is a reminder that your self-worth is yours. Like, your self-worth is not something that we have to gain, we have to be worth of. everyone is self-worthy, and that your value as a person is not something that you have to prove to others. And this is why you are sacred. Your value has, you don't have to show or prove a point to others, and you don't need their approval or them valuing you, because you value yourself. And there's this other message as well that this will be applying to a lot of you, of no one can take that sacredness of yours away. And in a world in which we sometimes feel like violated, we feel that people stepped on us, and that people used us, and that we are no longer sacred. Or sacredness is not something that people can take away. It's not something you give away. It's not something that belongs to anyone else other than you. And so it's just a reminder that there's not such a thing as like losing that sacredness, losing that self-worth, and no one has any right over that. So I just think that this is a beautiful message. And let's start with your reading. Okay, I'm gonna place a card over here. And let's start with things that your angels really, your spirit guides are recommending you right now. Because, this amount of effort will actually give you great opportunities, or will open a lot of doors, while other actions may actually open undesired results. All right. So let's start with your reading, group number 2. Let's look at this beautiful month of May that is a mix of Taurus energy and Gemini. So first of all, you got this beautiful 10 of coins. So right away, we are starting with a focus on your wealth, a focus on your finances, a focus on your long-term goals, a focus on family tradition, more than like family connections. I will say more like that traditional side of family, that is respect for your elders, taking care of them, watching over them, being able to care of them. Because to take care of your family members, of course, that emotional connection has to be there to want to take care of them, but also having the means to be able to provide for your parents, your grandparents, help them out with something, being able to have a house big enough for them to stay and live with you. I just think that this is what it's talking about, that type of wealth. And so whether you're there or not there yet, you have to, any actions that you take, anything that you do, you have to have that in mind. What is your long-term goal? And I also feel like if you actually have the possibility to work on a family business or on a family project, I know that they usually say family in business does not mix well, but there's something here about like there could be an opportunity for some of you that working together and being stronger together in this business and maybe having more money to invest as well, this could actually be paying off in the month of May. So if this is something that has been on your mind for some time, like should I maybe go into business, or should I even like be working at my parents' business? Should I be involved in this? And this will be a confirmation that right now, at least for the month of May, this will be the right move. Also, for the like this 10 of coins is talking about all like great wealth. And so there are times that when it comes to investments, they tell you it's time to just be saving that money. But with this 10 of coins, is like think of big rewards. It's not about taking risk, because coins, that earth energy, is never about risks. You have to plan, you have to be informed, you have to be self-informed. Actually, you are sacred. This card also does usually have this message of it is like a right moment to educate yourself, to like spark that curiosity again of learning new things. And so this could also be a connected message to this, because you have to think of like what will give me that freedom of time, freedom of wealth. What will give me that freedom for me to also retire sooner, because this 10 of coins can very much also describe retirement time. So there's also like a mention of retirement for the month of May. So the decisions that you have to make, and I guess also the research that you and education that you could get throughout the month of May is how can you better things, and how your finances to have a proper retirement. Or if you are at a time that you are being like you're getting retired, like May is the right time. I don't know how retirement necessarily works, of like you have to give your notice like how months ahead of time. Maybe you have been pushing like a bit too long that decision of your retirement, but in May it's the right time to kind of make that decision. Let's see. Another thing as well with the 10 of coins, it makes me think of like sharing that wealth with others. And also it's a great time to, it's just with the 10 of coins is like the focus is on the strength, like financial strength that people have when they put their money together when it comes to families, grandparents, parents, kids. And there is this thing about like how families that 3 generations that stay together, they can grow financially much quicker, because let's say when someone has a baby, then the grandparents can watch over them, and then like everyone, instead of paying rent, can be putting that money into new businesses and new endeavors. And so it's like together we are stronger type of message that I'm receiving for you in the month of May. Now you got the Empress. And this is another great message of abundance. Seriously, this next to this 10 of coins, abundance is a big theme for you. And it's just interesting to see how each group is so different. For you, seriously, that wealth is very like a real thing, like it's a real opportunity in the month of May. So your business could really benefit from that wealth. With the Empress, it's all about expansion, but to expand you do need to try new things, or you do need to adjust. So this is the right time to get creative. This is the right time to try different things that will give you great rewards. With the Empress, it's like flying, you see this bird flying around, and this is like really making me think of it's just that you can see it's like this is cut in half. Some of these trees have apples and some don't, and it makes me think of how birds actually they eat like a fruit, then they poop the seed while they're flying, and that's how trees start growing more and more, in the sense of like, let's say if maybe this area had apple trees, now this other area has apple trees as well, because that's a way of it's because birds eat this fruit and they eat the seeds, and they poop the seeds somewhere else, and that's how there's like new kind of trees somewhere else. And I'm getting like a sense of that, of like giving birth to projects, inspiring yourself from other people as well, being open to collaborate as well. Yeah, there's a big theme of getting inspiration, of like, don't be scared of being inspired by other people's work, by other ways of doing things, because that's how you will expand. That's how you will also, whenever you look back again, you're going to be like, wow, my trees are actually giving fruit. Now I got a peach tree, I got an apple tree. And this is also telling me like your investments or where your efforts go in doesn't have to go at the same place. Right now could be a great time to diversify, and because pretty much everything can give you a return right now. Also, now they're just saying crypto. There was this message in the month of April for one of the piles. I really don't remember, and I don't own any crypto, but it says something I remember last month that crypto was going to really like take a plumb, like was going to really go low in the month of April, but not to worry because things are going to get better. And out of curiosity, I went and looked at crypto, and seems like everything was really like, not bad, but it did go very low. I don't know much about crypto, but a couple of years ago I did own some crypto, and then I decided I was done with it because I did not understand, and I don't like to be into something I don't understand, and I did not have the curiosity to learn more about it. And so yeah, I know that it can go down and up, but it has been down for some time in the month of April. They're telling me in the month of May, this is gonna look up. If you have any type of investments, this is ideal, and this is the right time to actually make those investments and further your portfolio if that's what you want. And on the bottom of the deck, you could see this 9 of coins. So definitely for you, it's just a month of abundance. And what I love is, the month of May is the first 2/3 will be the energy of Taurus, and then the last third of the month is the energy of Gemini. So it's like you are really taking advantage of you really are taking advantage of that energy of creating wealth, of also enjoying of all the pleasures of this world. And as I'm saying that, there's the Lovers that comes out. So okay, another thing before I move on, when I was talking about the pleasures of life, it's like enjoying the nice things, the material things, food as well. With the Empress, it's like enjoying like food, fruits, like it just feels like it's a time for you to just pamper yourself in any way that you want, and to just give yourself that pleasure of whatever you want, right? I do think that you're gonna indulge a bit in the month of May. And with the Lovers, look at this beautiful card. Seriously, like look at this beautiful card. Now with the Lovers, this is definitely telling me that this time will be ideal for you to find that new love, or to reconnect with your current partner as well. And I just think that you're going to be in such a great mood because of like how things are happening for you. You just feel like it's time to expand. So this could also mean that you're ready to make a very important decision that does, it has something to do with your partner, maybe like having a baby, because with the Empress as well, it's giving birth, right? So could be the right month to actually procreate, could be the right month to make those decisions of like, how do we take our relationship further? This is the right month for relationships to go deeper and upgrade as well. So maybe you're just dating, and now you're like, okay, now we are girlfriend and boyfriend, or now we are engaged, now we are, I don't know what other stages are, like living with someone. And so there definitely, it's like the right time for that. And if you're single, it's the right time to meet a soulmate. And this is very powerful, like that is like how the energies are for you. Yeah. Okay, let's look at what should you not be doing right now at this time of in this period of time, where your energy should not be going towards you. Okay, I will be using this other deck to channel those messages for you. Now, if you have made it to this point of the reading, this is the time to subscribe. I realized looking at the analytics that 95% of people that are watching my videos are not actually subscribed. So if you're one of them, I will kindly ask you to subscribe right now, to give it a like. And if you want to be extra kind, do leave a comment. And that really motivates me and keeps inspiring me to upload amazing content in really like creative and entertaining tarot readings. All right, let's see where your energy should not be going. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, you know how this energy of the 10 of coins is like think big, and with this energy of Mm-hmm. The Two of Coins. It is telling me, okay, this energy, it is someone who is working hard. You got harmonious change over here, but it's not the time to change right now. This is just the time to keep doing what you are already doing. And it is confirmed once more over here because it's not the time to start something new. So with this Two of Coins, you see this person, yeah, harmoniously kind of handling two coins, but at the same time, you can never give your best to one thing, and so you cannot show up as your best version because it's like this thing of like when moms want to be like the most amazing mother, want to be the most amazing wife, and want to also be like working full time or open their business, working full time plus open their business on the side. It's like, you can be everything, yes, but not at the same time. And this is what they're reminding you. You can be everything, but not at the same time, and definitely not alone. And so they're telling you, do rely on your family members, do rely on that tradition, like that support, whether it's through religion, because some people, like I have met people that is their support system is not necessarily their family, but they know so many people through their church, through their mosque, and through their community as well. And so it's like, do rely on them, on the community. Right now is not the time to think that you can handle everything by yourself. So don't even try to pull that card, right? In the month of May. And now another thing over here, you got this, the wand, the Ace of Wands, as something not to do because it's not going to give you the results that you want. And it's right below the Empress. And what I love about this is because the Empress is expanding while the Ace of Wands is starting something new. And the Ace of Wands is perfect when, you're starting something on a whim. You are being very optimistic and there's like a new opportunity, right? But in your case, they're telling you expand on the current things that you already have. Expand on the knowledge that you already have. You could adjust, but don't start something new just because it's shiny, or don't pick something just new because it's shiny. And also don't wait for someone to give you this. You are capable on your own. Like, not you need help, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to creating, you are capable to do so. Now, there's something interesting about these two cards because actually in the Empress, there is a wand at the end of this card as well. I just feel like there's a message of like, and I think it goes with the main message of your secret of like, don't rely on someone giving you this, like giving you value. Rely on yourself. And this is like the Empress energy. Remember that you can create life. The majority of you that are watching me are women, and so you create life. The Empress, you're a girl, you're a woman, then you become someone older. So it's like you're a girl and then you grow into a woman. Then some of you may grow into a mother, right? And even if you don't give birth, a lot of us are mothers. I'm an auntie, and I definitely feel like a mom when I'm around my nieces. So there's a big message in here, like, you have to be in the frequency of 3, which is expanding and building up on what you already have, rather than the frequency of 1, which is starting all over again. So don't do the whole starting over again because there's no need for that. Now, when it comes to what you shouldn't be doing, you should be going deeper rather than with this Knave of Coins. Could be that you may want to give your attention to a new endeavor, something that will financially give you some level of reward, but they're telling you that the new beginning, if there's any new beginnings, has nothing to do with like a new endeavor, a new business, has to do with love. So do prioritize that. And with the Princess of Pentacles as well, it's like anything that has to do with Pentacles, coins, which is the earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, they all may be very different, but the earth energy moves very slow, thinks everything a lot, and make sure that this is going to work out before they even take a chance. So it's the least adventurous energy, right? Because they're self-aware of the chances they have to make something happen, and they rather plan ahead of time. But by doing that, sometimes you could end up missing a great opportunity. And so in this case, they're telling you, do not do that, and don't go small, go big, and be more focused on a true, genuine connection rather than they're not telling you that you shouldn't be looking for a permanent connection, but maybe sometimes you're too worried about that earth element, which is like tradition, family, finances of your partner, your partner's finances, commitment, while also you have to allow yourself to be focused on finding that soulmate, that true love, that person who you can build that deep connection, because maybe that's something you have forgotten about as well lately. So that's something they're telling you. And now let me see what other energies will be very predominant in the month of May. I didn't take the 2 cards that came out because they came together, and I haven't even asked for anything, so I don't find it relevant whatever comes out until I ask for something, and I like it to be organized. So one by one. Alrighty, so there's one by one, and there's still 2 coming out. There's the Nominees, the 10th house. Okay, the 10th house is the house of Capricorn. It's the house of reputation. It is the area of great success, even fame, I would say. It's like the house that pertains to our great achievements. There's also the Aquarius energy over here, which is that energy that is much more futuristic as well. And with the Nominees mystery, this one, whenever it comes out, they're telling you that it's the right time, that if there's a topic that you're really curious about in this moment in your life, you should allow yourself to read more books about it, do a bit more research. If, let's say, everyone has different interests, but find something that you have always had curiosity to expand your mind. Per se, let's say some of us could be more interested in mediumship. Maybe we have no interest to become mediums, but we want to read about that. Some of us could be interested about fairies, could be interested about ovnis. I don't know if it's called ovnis or aliens, and it's just, or maybe history of Egypt. So it's just topics are uncommon, but if you're interested, it's the right time to do that research. So in the month of May, you will feel compelled to do so and expand your mind in that way. And now group number 2, thank you for being here. Now this is your reading for the month of May. If you do want a personalized private reading for yourself, because this is something that's important for you, you're more than welcome to book a private monthly reading with me for the month of May on my website, tarotbyfernanda.com. I'll see you on the next pick-a card. Bye. Welcome group number 3 to your reading for the month of May. I'm very excited to bring you all your predictions, but it's more of rather than predictions, because it's predictions will tell you what will happen based on your current actions. I'd rather give you what you should do right now, what you should be doing in the month of May to get the best results, and where your energy should not be used on, because this won't give you necessarily the results that you want, or it's not ideal, right? So let's start with your reading, group number 3. Now, so here's your crystal that you chose. They're all opals from Peru. They're beautiful. I will one day make jewelry with these ones. Put it over here. And then your card, it's the card of darkness. And I love the colors of this card. Let me show it to you. So it's the number 6. Yeah, 6 is always more of a karmic number, and it also reminds us, I feel Karma to me also reminds me of this infinity sign of like everything that comes goes, and that unlimited strength, and also that there's never like a ending to things. Like energy can never be destroyed, it's only transformed. And this is why our actions are, it's energy. Our intent, it's energy. Whatever we give to the world and to other, it's energy, and it comes around again. It can never be destroyed, right? So that's the karma and dharma. Now with the darkness, this is usually about, I just love this, like the picture, the imagery, the visuals in here. This card comes out because you may be avoiding that shadow work, and you may be creating darkness in your life for the sake of avoiding to find out like answers to things that you feel like you're not ready to find. Like, sometimes we know something is, let's say, wrong in our relationship, and because we don't want to take a look at our relationship, we create a crisis that is taking all our attention. So we somehow are manifesting, attracting darkness in our life, difficult situations, because we rather focus our attention there than facing what is right in front of us, of like something is wrong, something is not working out. And another thing when it comes to darkness is, as long as we don't work on also past experiences that hurt us, and we postpone the healing process, we cannot welcome new things in our lives, because it's like your cloud, right? Like cloud is too full, you need to delete a couple things. And so it's something like that. You're going to have to delete some things from your iCloud, and you need to look at them to begin first, right? Like select what pictures are not worth like keeping anymore, what are irrelevant at this point of your life, and so you can delete them. But the first thing you need to do is look at them. And I'm feeling like you feel like you're not strong enough, you believe that you're not strong enough to face these things, these fears that have been paralyzing you, and you couldn't be further from the truth. And I just think that the month of May, it's a month of truth, a month of you taking the first step, a month of being like, I'm so tired of focusing my energy on other things just because I don't want to see what is right in front of me. And also I'm getting this feeling of like when people are postponing things to the next day, over and over again, there's a term for that, when people are not like doing the work and they are procrastinating. But I like it. I rather say postpone, because you keep postponing for the next day, hoping that tomorrow you will be better equipped to handle the current situation. But with procrastination, what actually is the root of it is you are fearful of not being able to handle the current challenge. And so also because you are scared or afraid to fail, then you rather postpone it to your future self and let your future self take care of it. But then you also never feel ready, and you keep making something small bigger and bigger and bigger. And so I really feel like month of May will be a time for you to be self-aware of this like way of being, of doing things or not doing things, and keep postponing decisions, keep postponing things that could give you a great result, that could take you very far in life, but you keep postponing this. And also this is like postponing that transformation that has been knocking on your door. And this is another thing, when we are resisting change in our lives, and we are resisting, when we're resisting blessings in our lives, because we're not letting go of the old and welcoming the new, then life brings us tower moments. And tower moments is because it's the universe saying you're not wanting to see the truth. So we're gonna be sending you very chaotic situations that it will make it impossible for you to keep like blinding yourself. And so this could also be positive things when, you know, let's say you don't want to see your talent, how talented you are. And so the universe will create also a situation where you have no other way to, like, you cannot be avoiding seeing your true talent anymore. So, okay, let's see what are the things that your angels are telling you that you should be focusing on, or that you can expect that could be a way to new opportunities, to doors that lead to great blessings. Okay, so there's the, okay, you got the Three of Cups. This is a beautiful card. This is all about social events. This is all about networking, celebrating. So they're telling you the first thing that you should be doing in the month of May will be of going out a bit more. And by going out, they're not telling you go out and drink and, you know, go to the club, nor that it's bad or good. It's just that it's more about being around with others and feeling like you have this support system and other people that you could celebrate life with. You know, sometimes it's like if you go to the movies by yourself, it's nice, you know, or if you go out, like you go out to have dinner by yourself, it's nice. And I have done it to practice, you know, being by myself. But being with someone, it's also really nice because you can be like joking around and you could be like exchanging stories, and it's just you have a really good time. And so they're telling you, yes, you can keep to yourself, but we recommend you to actually share your energy with others, share your presence with others. You know, if maybe your birthday is in the month of May and you were thinking, I'm getting this for some of you, if you were not planning on doing anything for your birthday, they're telling you that it is important for you to share such an important thing, such an important date for you with others. Okay, so maybe you're a Taurus, maybe you're a Gemini, and you have your birthday in the month of May, because remember, the month of May, it's the energy of Taurus, which is wealth, physical assets, that type of thing, creating wealth. And then you also got the Gemini energy, which is, you know, this energy that belongs more to that social life, to because it's a social butterfly, this energy that does also belong to the sisterhood, brotherhood, community, friends with benefits. So it's just go out, have fun, enjoy other people's presence. You know, there's so much that you can enjoy life so much more around other people. Go and find your community. And something that I like over here as well that I'm just noticing is each bird is like drinking from their own cup. Like there may not be there's no one cup and then three of them drinking from the same cup. Like they have their own cup. Maybe they're not mixing, like super mixing, you know, like because I feel like if they were drinking from the same cup, like they're really mixing and mingling, and that's not the case. So maybe you're someone who are more introverted, or you're just not feeling like socializing with people, but there are ways to do it. And even if it's just like, maybe if you have no friends, you could just go out to the movies where you are around other people. I do think that there is a big emphasis of you putting yourself out there and be around other people, because people's energies and laughs are contagious and can really positively affect you. Now, Seven of Swords. This is a very interesting energy for it to be in the month of May, and this being a focus for you, because this Seven of Swords, it's doing things without other people noticing. So this is not a time, like they're being very serious about, this is not the time to divulge your plans. This is not the time to, you know, post about, hey guys, I'm going to start a new diet, or hey guys, I'm actually making like X amount of money every month. Like, don't be sharing any information. Like, I don't know if you were thinking of going public on something, or you have been feeling like sharing more of your life more and more to others through social media. But there's something about like you're not meant to be divulging information to others. People should not be aware of what you're doing with your life. Maybe you start a new relationship, so it will be like, don't put your new relationship on social media, or don't tell people that you got back together with your partner, or maybe that you're pregnant, and it's like, don't divulge those news yet. Just wait, and they have the reasons, okay? Now, also with this Seven of Swords, it also is about, for some reason, they're telling you it's not the time to play by the rules. There's a message about this in here. It's not the time to be playing by the rules. You should be strategic, and even if maybe it could be viewed by others like, oh, you trick me or something, it's like, for some reason this is the way to go. And maybe you could, for each of you, it could apply to different situations. Maybe with your boss, right? Maybe you already know that you're gonna get a big no on your vacation if you ask for it, if you request. But instead, if you don't play by the rules, or also let's say you know that you're someone who's highly creative, you're so good at your job, but your boss is always getting the credit. So yeah, usually you should give your work to your boss, and then your boss will, submit your work but with his name to his boss. But in this case, it's like, don't play by the rules. Like, do that thing that that maybe it's not by the rules, but this is needed in the month of May. So maybe instead of giving your creative work or ideas to your boss, you go straight to the other person, so they know that it's you who is like the mastermind behind it. So there's just a mentioning here of like, don't go by the rules. Be okay with being sneaky. Maybe there's something like you want to find the truth, but they're telling you also that if you want to find the truth about something, maybe going straightforward about it, like asking someone, hey, I'm onto you. I think that you are not being truthful to me, or I think you're stealing money from me. That's not the way to go. They're telling you you have to be sneaky about it. You have to be smart. So with this darkness card, maybe, someone's stealing money from you, someone is maybe being untruthful, maybe he's not being loyal, a friend, a partner. And rather than you being like, I need to look at your phone and like making it very clear that you are onto them, you have to be smart and sneaky about it. So that's something they're telling you for the month of May. Now, there's also this Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles, it is some level of investment of energy, resources, time into a new project. I'm going to be asking about this a bit more because they're saying that this will be the right time for you to definitely start a new endeavor, but more like something that is exciting for you. It's like, I feel like it's more something that will take your time, something that takes a long-term investment. Like, let's say a YouTube channel, it's something that is exciting, but trust me guys, it does take a long time. This is the second YouTube channel I have, and it's going much faster because of my previous experience. But the first one took 2 years, and that's the hardest part to do, get to 1,000 subscribers, because it's a long-term commitment. So this Page of Pentacles is the type of project that is, you could be passionate about it, but the key point in here, the key word is long-term commitment, right? Commitment, that's the key word. So if there is something that you have thought of previously of like, okay, I want to do this, but in the past I couldn't because I wouldn't have the time to invest or the money to invest or the energy to invest on it, the month of May is the right time. And trust me that it really makes sense. Like, I use this style of reading when it comes to me and my predictions. There was this course that I wanted to take in the month of April, and they told me wait for the month of May. And my understanding was because in the month of April, it's not the time for me to be learning from others. I need to look inwards. And the month of May will be a time where I have more time, resources, because resources is not just money, it's time. So I will have more time to invest into this course and really like absorb every bit of information. So that's your case in here. It's like May, for some reason, the time, money, or energy will be more fluent in your life, more abundant, and so you'll be able to take advantage of that. Now with this Four of Wands as well, this is a time of celebration, just like this Three of Cups, but it's also a time of rest, or maybe you have a wedding, you have a celebration with someone really important at the end of May, and this is ideal for you. So if you were invited to a wedding, they're telling you, yes, it is time to go. But also I was asking about mainly for this Page of Cups, this Page of Coins, and they are saying that May is the right time because you will encounter luck. You will see how things are much easier this month, the month of May, to be, starting whatever that you want to start. It's like everything is at the right time. Let's now look at the things that you shouldn't be doing at the month of May. Remember that you do have free will, but these are suggestions from your spirit guides, your higher self. So, do like listen and take it into consideration. Now, also letting you know that if this type of reading is something that you really like and you think it brings value into your life, and you feel like May is a very important month for you, then I will suggest for you to book a private tarot reading. I am offering monthly predictions, like this type of reading, into like private readings on my website. So you can go to tarotbyfernanda.com, and those readings are only available 5 days prior to the month and 5 days after the beginning of the month. And you get your reading. You'll get your reading within 48 hours. Okay. Alrighty, so let's start. Oh, okay, I'm getting this. And one more. Okay. Alrighty, so first of all, you know how your angels were mentioning how you should be like going out more, enjoying your time, because I feel like lately you have just been working really hard. You have been, let me show it over here. This Eight of Coins, this is a beautiful energy when it is the right time to be studying, working hard, dedicating all your time to bettering your craft. For some reason today on readings, I'm very sensitive and I'm just hearing like a lot of noise. So I will rephrase in case that this was something that it was very important. So it's not the time for you to be focusing solely on your studies. And you can see this person, he's by himself, he's so focused, and it's great when you have this passion and you're so committed to your craft. But right now instead it's time to go out. When sometimes it's like it's time to work hard and study a lot. Well, now it's time to enjoy life, okay? And I don't know if it's because, May you had no plans and you just kept thinking you're just going to stay at home, or you feel like you don't need anyone around you, you don't need other people, but they're telling you, great that you want to work really hard, but right now is not the time. And I just think that also if you were planning on actually studying something new, going back to school in May, learning something new, getting a mentor or something, that's not the time for the month of May. That's not where your energy should go, because this level of dedication is something that of course you're capable of, but won't give you the result that could give you if you were to give this same energy and commitment at another time. So the month of May is not the right time for this, okay? Now another thing is with this Five of Cups, which will be, it's telling you do this rather than this. So be a bit more like, don't play by the cards and don't play by the rules. Don't be divulging everything. And so the thing is, they're telling you not to wallow on your past experiences. Yeah, and I just think that it goes along with the darkness, because I think that lately you have been more like, you're tending more to feeling sad for yourself, or depressed, or feeling like you are full of regret and guilt, and you are using those feelings to not move on or allow yourself to move on. And I understand that we all have regrets, but remember that guilt is a trap of the ego. One thing is taking responsibility, and this is something that this reminds us. When we feel so confused of our current situation, it's because, or we feel so confused in life, which also that can lead to depression, to anxiety. It's because we are not self-aware, and we don't want to take responsibility of the actions, our actions that have made us get to this point. I will give you an example, and it's very important for you to listen to this with an open mind. When you get an anxiety attack because of work, yes, work, it is an environment that was very stressful, and that this environment was perfect for someone to have an anxiety attack, but not just anyone. And that's when you take responsibility for what is yours. It will only be a perfect environment if that person doesn't set boundaries and gives importance to work, gives like more than what the importance that it should be given to your job, right? So when people have like a panic attack, or they're so stressful and they start getting like a reaction, right, on their skin, because it has happened to me. Yes, maybe your boss is someone who expects so much from you. Maybe your workplace is very stressful, but let's take a second and let's take responsibility for why you got to the point of having a anxiety attack. It's not because of your boss, it's because you allow yourself to be pushed to that point. You kept pushing yourself when you could have said no, when you could have put yourself first. So there's this thing of like, there's a difference between guilt, because that's pointing fingers, and taking responsibility. And I do think that when someone is on this Five of Cups, we stay on guilt and regret rather than taking responsibility and understanding that there will be so many other doors open for you, waiting for you, so many other relationships, so many other great people. Because this person feels guilty of like, oh, maybe I cheated on someone, maybe I let this person go, I will never find such an amazing person. And it's just like you keep blaming yourself. And it's important to take responsibility for our actions, but guilt, regret, shame, those are such lower frequencies, and that is only meant for us to stay stuck. Okay, so don't put more energy into those feelings. Now you got this Knight of Pentacles over here. And I just think that, they're telling you, you can put in the work, but like, just like they said, don't put too much. Don't make it your whole month. It's just like staying in and working really hard and like trying to perfect your craft nonstop, because this Knight of Pentacles, it's very positive when it comes to projects. But when they're telling you not to do this, it's because the Knight of Pentacles is someone who prioritizes work and has no time to socialize, maybe doesn't even eat at the right times, is not necessarily taking care of himself, and he may be shutting other people out because he's so into his project, into this vision that he has, and into his career, into, sometimes we are so focused on our end goal that we forget about the people we want to be with when we get there, right? So you can be like a very hardworking mom or dad, but you're forgetting about your kids and the quality time that you need to also spend with them, because you need to understand that you also need to work on those relationships. And so they're telling you, keep doing your work, but just what you need to do, don't do too much. And this is why they're saying a bit of work, a bit of play, right? Don't just work. And so let me see if there's any other messages for you. And Also, I realize that 95% of you that are watching my videos are actually not subscribed. So, beautiful people, I do hope that you can take a second right now to subscribe, to give it a like if you aren't subscribed yet. This gesture is so simple, yet it motivates me and inspires me to create really great content on this YouTube channel, and just, be here present every single time you are watching a pick a card of mine. Okay, so you got Saturn energy, which is wisdom, which it represents the Capricorn energy. You got the 12th house, which belongs to the energy of Pisces, which is the house of dreams, compassion, subconscious, karma, dharma, forgiveness. So I really think that that's the area of life that will have more of a transformation. There will be a lot of forgiveness happening in the month of May, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, reconnecting with your dreams, understanding when it comes to karma and dharma, understanding why the blessings you're receiving and why the not so blessings that you're receiving, what brought you to this point, and being self-aware of that is the first step, and you are strong enough to take a real look. And then you also got the Nominus, which is something that came out on the other pile as well, in another pile. And this is all about, this could be a great time for you to take up on a hobby of, researching about aliens, researching about pyramids of Egypt, researching about divination, researching about mediumship, and researching about fairies. Let's say something that is a cool topic for you, something that is mystical, and that you have always had an interest for this kind of topic. For some reason, seems like the month of May is the perfect time to start this hobby or this type of education. So group number 3, thank you for being here. Thank you for your continued support, and I will see you on the next pick a card. Bye.